Dude, last night was so fucking crusty on the timeline. Just sitting there refreshing, trying to just see every tweet, get the newest detail in this fucking story. This is some funny shit. Now, I gotta disavow, but it's pretty funny. You can't lie, alright? This was entertaining as hell. I'm not even gonna waste time with some sort of introduction or whatever. I just want to get right into it. So, basically, here's what happened, alright? Somebody showed up to Boogie's house. I'll play the video. Alright, so somebody shows up to Boogie's house, whatever, rings the doorbell, fucking dips, doesn't even, like, you know, stay or whatever, he just leaves. And the person that Boogie initially thought was at his doorstep was none other than Frank Hassel. Now, Frank Hassel, he is a former YouTuber. He actually got banned recently on YouTube because his pranks were just, they were just too extreme for YouTube. He's a bit of, he's a comedian, troll, prankster. I don't know what the right word to describe him is or whatever, but you can kind of, you know, figure out sort of the, sort of what I'm talking about, basically. Anyway, so he had a debate with Boogie on the kÍll stream. He's been fucking with Boogie for like a month now. Actually, maybe even longer. Basically, he had a debate, last month on the kÍll stream. And it was pretty funny to watch. All right, he went pretty low. It was like a debate where like no fucks were given at all. You go as low as possible. It was a pretty brutal thing to watch, but it was entertaining. But now it seems like things have escalated to a sort of IRL level. And Boogie initially thought that this was actually Frank at his door, but obviously that's not. It doesn't even look like him. He then tweets out, I guess it's possible this wasn't a friend of Frank's. So he thought it was Frank, but then he was like, maybe it's a friend of Frank, but maybe it's not a friend of Frank. Maybe it's just a fan of him who wants to play along in front of all the drama he's causing. Either way, this isn't cool. Point I'm making is do not show up to a YouTuber's house if you aren't invited. Do not threaten to do so. Do not travel across several states just to harass or scare someone. This isn't cool or edgy or funny. It's absolute trash. So basically, he's making the statement, don't go to people's houses, which, to be honest, I agree with, alright? I feel like going to people's houses, you know, it's just, if I'm gonna take the stance of anti-doxing and stuff like that, I feel like I almost by default have to be anti-going to people's houses or whatever and shit like that. I just feel like it's just taking it to a level, it's just like, whoa, this is way too personal, you know what I mean? Not that I think Frank is any sort of danger or something, he's a prankster, he's just doing this for a laugh, and I think Boogie actually probably would have benefited strongly from playing along with the joke. But just as a general statement, yeah, probably shouldn't go to people's houses. I'm gonna have to side with Boogie on this one. Although I'm also gonna say Boogie was probably overreacting. If I'm just being honest, I feel like if he had played along with the joke or whatever, even from the start, I guess that would have kind of killed the joke though if he were to be cool with it. You know what I mean? Like the whole point is they're fucking with Boogie because they know they can get this type of reaction out of him. Anyway, so he says he's tired of being the victim. He says he's tired of people victimizing him. He's not very good at fighting back, but he's gonna try or whatever. And nobody deserves this level of harassment. Now, Nick DiOrio, he threw up some tweets here, pointing out that this is legit harassment from Frank Hassel. First off, showing the tweet where Frank's actually at his town, and then people that he's retweeting or whatever. And then people, you know, egging Frank on to go to his house. I mean, Frank said he was going to go to his house multiple times or whatever, so it was very direct. And then showing that, you know, somebody actually went to his house. Nick said, just to clarify, I'm not sure. It's not like shade. I'm genuinely not sure. But this dude has been making it a point to make it his entire Twitter page today about going to Boogie's house. It's literally promoting people to do the same. Super weird shit. So all of this, you know, was going down or whatever, and Frank wasn't even online. But as soon as he got on Twitter, he just tweeted he's undefeated. So he doesn't give a fuck, obviously. What do you think he was going to say? He was going to apologize or whatever? Of course not. I mean, he's going to go along with the joke or whatever. And then he points out Boogie having a tantrum. A lot of tweets from Boogie last night appeared to be deleted. Or maybe he was just tweeting so much that I just couldn't gather them all. But this is what Boogie was trying to do. And I'll read this and I'll explain what Boogie was trying to do. It's pretty obvious, but Boogie says, Frank Hassel on Skype right now. I'm less than 5 minutes away from you right now. Keep in mind, when he's too scared to actually show up and actually follow through on his threats, that he's a beta, cuck piece of shit. Your fans worship this guy because you think he's strong or alpha or cool or whatever. He's actually lying to you about it and pretending to be tough. But when push comes to shove, he's too afraid to hassle me and is going to refuse to do it. Mark my words. So what Boogie is trying to do here at this point is he's trying to sway Frank's audience, his fan base, against Frank, which is literally never gonna happen. This is like the definition of a losing battle. Nobody in Frank's audience is gonna look at these tweets and just go like, oh shit, dude, wait, what? Dude, Frank's a bitch, dude. I'm gonna unfollow Frank and follow Boogie now. I'm on team like, nobody in his audience is gonna say that. The only people who are anti-Frank, I'll be honest with you, are YouTubers, alright? And you know why YouTubers are anti-Frank? Because they don't want Frank showing up to their house. They don't want anybody showing up to their house. Which is a valid concern, by the way. But I'm saying, like, the only people who are anti, Frank, and pro Boogie are the same people who are in Boogie's position. YouTubers. We don't want you showing up to our houses, alright? But regular fans or whatever, they just think this is funny. They just think this is entertaining. And I'm almost half with them because it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm a psychopath or whatever for finding this interesting or funny or whatever, but I don't know. Again, don't show up to people's houses, alright? Don't do it. You're just begging for trouble. And it probably is legit harassment. I don't know. I hesitate to use the word harassment. I don't like that word, but if we're gonna go by the definition, this probably crosses that line. I don't know. But I think that's the point. Frank will cross that line because he's a comedian. He's doing it for entertainment. The question therein is it's an individual question of, do you think this is okay, or do you really care? I think is the bottom line. So anyway, Keemstar gets involved. He gets them both for an interview. And then he tweets out, holy shit, after the interview's done, Boogie threatened to kill Frank at least 5 times in the interview I just filmed. And then he shows video of it.
Status fucking quo for me. So show the fuck up, and let me show you how I handle status quo.
Why do you keep threatening to shoot me? This is weird.
Because I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it. That's
bruh.
Because I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna take pleasure. 2, 3, 9. Status fuck.
So at this point, people are like, this is like a skit or whatever. Is Boogie actually in on this? And he was pretending this whole time? But no, Boogie was very clear. Yup, I'm sick of him harassing me, threatening me and my family, telling me he's gonna harm me and my friends. He's less than 5 minutes away from me right now, and he doesn't have the balls to follow through. But if he does, I'm going to end him. Truth. You all said drop the nice guy act. Okay, fine. It's not an act, but I'll stop being nice. This is how someone from Southwest Virginia handles trash like this. We take it out and burn it. This dude has been pushing me for months. Later on in a video, he would say that Frank was accusing him of being a pedophile and claiming that he had proof that Boogie was a pedophile, which is, to be honest with you, probably part of the joke. But again, it crosses that line of, is this okay to joke about? And I mean, I don't know. That's you know, you're just tossing around life-ruining allegations, you know, like it's candy or whatever. I don't know. A lot of this is so fucked up. But again, I can't help but like find it funny. Now look, here's my position on Boogie, alright? I actually think Boogie, out of all the internet lolcows or whatever, is probably the least deserving of hate. And I'll probably get trashed for that or whatever. I'll probably get, you know, people being like, you're falling for the act or whatever, but I don't know. My entire experience on the internet watching Boogie or whatever, I understand completely why people mess with him, because he's easy to get that reaction or whatever. That being said, I don't find him malicious. I generally don't find him very deserving of like most of like the major stuff that happens to him. I don't know. I just don't really see him as like this major threat that just needs to be like exterminated or whatever. I just kind of see him as just, you know, he's easy to mess with, he's easy to trip up, but does he deserve it? I don't know. Probably not to the extent that he gets it or whatever. You know, maybe a little light jab or whatever, but I don't know if he really deserves, like, everybody just hating him or considering him to be, like, the worst, the most evil person on the internet. I don't really think he's at that level. So I'm sympathetic towards Boogie, 100%. But I also see the humor in this. But is it okay? No, generally probably going to YouTubers' houses and shit. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Just saying. Not to say that Frank is malicious or was going to do anything or was going to, you know, put harm to Boogie or whatever. I mean, he's a prankster. He's a troll. You know, he's not gonna what do you think he's gonna show up to Boogie's house and like gun him down or something, or, you know, traumatize him IRL? Like, no, he's It's part of the act. It's part of the gimmick. But still, don't show up to YouTubers' houses. That's basically my take on this. I'm literally going, I'm going full Boogie on this, alright? I'm going full centrist, alright? It's funny, but don't do it. That's basically my take. Anyway, that's the drama. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that shit. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. My name is AllYourFC. Hopefully you, hit like on the video, sub, do whatever you need to do. And I'll see you guys later, everyone. Peace out. Have yourselves a good day. And lock your doors, alright? Because Frank Castle's coming to get you. Alright, see you later, everyone.